Millions of years ago, the first humans appeared on Earth. They were weak against wild animals, but strong in mind. This was the beginning of their long journey. They searched forests for fruits and rivers for fish. Danger was everywhere in the wild. Only by staying together could they survive. Lightning struck and created fire. At first, humans feared it, but soon they learned to control it. Fire gave them warmth, safety, and light in the night. Stones were shaped into sharp tools. These tools helped them cut meat and defend against beasts. The age of stone had begun. Caves and simple huts became shelters. They protected families from rain and cold winds. At last, humans had a place to call home. Men worked together to hunt giant animals. Alone, they were weak, but united, they were strong. Teamwork meant food for the group. Women and children gathered fruits, roots, and nuts. Gathering kept hunger away when hunts failed. Their role was vital for survival. Rivers gave water and fish. Families began to stay near them. Life grew easier by the water's edge. Humans learned the power of unity. They shared food, work, and safety. Togetherness became their strength. The Ice Age covered lands in snow. Freezing winds made life harder than ever. Fire and family bonds kept them alive. Men and women formed close bonds. Children became the hope of tomorrow. Families grew as the heart of survival. At night, they sat around the fire. Stories of hunts and dangers were told. This was the birth of tradition. Children were guarded with care. They carried the future of the group. Protecting them was everyone's duty. Strong hunters became leaders. Their wisdom guided the tribe. Leadership slowly began to form. Women healed the sick and gathered food. Their knowledge of plants saved lives. Without them, survival was impossible. Spears and arrows were made with stone tips. Hunting became faster and safer. Prey fell more easily than before. Humans learned to track animals. They followed footprints, scents, and sounds. Nature became their greatest teacher. Together they chased prey across the plains. The hunt was long and dangerous. Victory brought food and celebration. Plants were crushed into medicines. Early healers treated wounds and sickness. Knowledge of nature saved many lives. Life was filled with hunting and gathering. Each day followed the same rhythm. Survival was their only goal. They hunted giant beasts with bravery. Success fed many families for weeks. The great hunt became a memory. Fire was never allowed to die. It was kept alive day and night. Fire became the heart of every camp. Storms flooded rivers and destroyed shelters. Families were forced to move. Nature's power always tested their strength. Groups sometimes clashed for food and land. Battles were short but fierce. Conflict became part of life. Families wandered in search of safer places. They crossed forests, rivers, and plains. The journey never ended. They noticed seeds grew into plants. A new idea was born. Farming began in small steps. Slowly, they planted seeds and harvested food. The earth became their helper. A new way of life appeared. Wolves approached human camps. Some were tamed and became protectors. Friendship with animals had begun. Families stayed longer in one place. Settlements slowly took shape. The wandering life began to change. Farming tools were created from stone and wood. Work became easier with them. Progress was clear in daily life. Families joined together into larger tribes. Unity gave them power and safety. Tribes became stronger than families alone. Rituals and traditions appeared. People found meaning in symbols and acts. Belief began to guide their lives. The dead were buried with care. Graves showed love and respect. Life was honored even in death. Food was shared among all. Sharing built trust within the tribe. Unity grew stronger each day. Storytellers spoke by the fire. They passed knowledge to the young. Tales kept memory alive. Camps turned into small villages. People stayed in one place longer. Settled life began to grow. Hunters were honored as heroes. Their courage inspired others. Bravery became a tradition. Fire became part of belief. Flames were seen as sacred. Spiritual life slowly took shape. Chiefs and elders made decisions. Leadership organized the tribe. Order replaced chaos. Children learned from parents and elders. Skills were passed down daily. Knowledge flowed from old to young. Families remained at the core of life. Love gave them strength. Bonds of blood and care held them together. The wild taught wisdom and courage. Lessons were remembered and shared. Tradition grew from experience. New inventions appeared over time. Tools became sharper and stronger. Life grew easier with progress. Farming replaced much of hunting. Humans stayed close to their land. Transformation had begun. From survival to community, their journey was complete. Families grew into tribes, tribes into villages. Civilization had begun.